What's up, everybody? This is France over here from Playeressence Gaming and Playeressence.com. Welcome to another episode of the Playeressence Vidcast. And of course, in this new focus vidcast, we're going to be talking about PlayStation, talking about Microsoft, we're going to be talking about PC news, all of that good stuff. So it's really focused in on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and all of that good stuff surrounding that. Make sure you check out the description below over there if you're looking for the PE Nintendo. You can check that out. I have a whole channel dedicated to Nintendo news, so definitely head over there if you're looking for your Nintendo news. Now, I want to say happy Easter to everybody. Sorry for getting this episode out so late. I was just with my family. There was lots of stuff going on. Plus, I was really tired from the weekend, so sorry about that. But happy Easter to all. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it with your family and all of that. And we're getting back to business now. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into the first topic here. We're going to talk about Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn frame rate videos. So, you know, those technical wizards over there at Digital Foundry, yeah, those guys that basically hook up all their machines and test frame rates and they know all the graphical stuff. Yeah, they did a comparison of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn on the PS3 and PS4, and they did the frame rates. And the PS4 version, despite, you know, being on the PS4, it doesn't seem like they really optimized it yet, because it's not running at 60 frames per second. It's running like at anywhere between 40 to 50. Sometimes it hits 60, but very rarely. The frame rate is kind of all over the place. So it seems like the game is a bit unoptimized. Now, the PS3 version is basically, you know, around 20 something frames, 30 something frames. I didn't really see it get up to 40, but it might have. But I don't think it even got up to that high. So it seems like the game is a bit unoptimized. I know it's an MMO, so that's a little different. But at the same time, it doesn't really look that much better. Like the PS3 to PS4 version, like the graphics seem very similar. So it doesn't really seem like this game's really optimized at all. But then again, I mean, don't take my word for it. Check it out on Playeressence.com. I have a comparison video. You can see the graphics, you can see the frame rates. They have it in the top right hand corner for each screen, so you can kind of see and judge for yourself. So yeah, so that was the first topic here. So next we're going to move on to some sales numbers, big sales numbers for Sony. We have the NPD, the March NPD came out, and PS4 tops hardware once again. Now remember, NPD is for North America, is for America only. So, and it doesn't count like online. There's some retailers that aren't counted, like Toys R Us. I don't think so, or they might have added it recently, but not everybody is counted. So you have to take that into consideration when you talk about these numbers. So the PS4 topped hardware. We don't know the numbers. Sony didn't issue a press release on that, but the PS4 was the #1 system sold. The Xbox One was second with 311,000. So that's pretty good. Yeah, 311,000. That was really good. The Xbox 360 sold 111,000. The Nintendo 3DS sold 159,000, and the Wii U sold 70,000. The Wii sold 28,000, and the PS Vita only sold 10,000 units. Yikes. The PS Vita, you know, some people were theorizing that the PS Vita would get a boost when the PS4 came out, and that boost was so small and insignificant. And I think at this point, the PS Vita is just not something that's feasible. Going by 10,000 units sold with, and I mean, it's had a price cut. It's had some pretty good games come out for it. And it's just not really, it's not a really feasible thing for Sony to continue supporting. That's why, I mean, a lot of people have been asking me, like, well, Francis, why isn't Sony supporting the PS Vita with more games to try to get it to sell? I think they've given up on the PS Vita. I mean, I think they look at these numbers and I think they've just basically given up on it. They're just releasing ports. They're not putting their main teams on the system. You know, like Killzone Mercenary, like they tried to put, like, you know, bigger budget games on there, and that game didn't do as well. Now they have layoffs at Guerrilla Games, so it's a little sad for the PS Vita. But I think that the PS Vita is just going to be around for a long time. I think the one thing that Sony can do is that they can just continue just having it be around. They're selling it as a companion piece. It's still selling okay in Japan, so it's doing okay. Sorry for the background noise if you hear it. My window's open. It's hot in here. But it's still doing okay in Japan. So that's, I think they just need to continue supporting the PS Vita in Japan. That's getting some great games there, and just basically sell it as a companion piece and just keep it around. Just keep it around. And you know, I don't know if there's ever going to be a PS Vita 2 or another handheld. I don't know if they need one. The PS Vita is stacked with technology. It can do almost pretty much everything. It can do more than the PS3 can. So I mean, it's stacked with technology that you can use it for PlayStation now. It's still a great device. So I just keep it around and just see what happens in the future. But overall, I think the sales were good. The industry was up as far as hardware sales. I think software sales were down a little bit, but I know digital sales are doing good. So overall, I think that's pretty good. Xbox One selling big with Titanfall, PS4 selling big with Infamous Second Son. So yeah, pretty good stuff all around. All right, next we're going to get into the NPD, the March 2014, the top 10 software, and I'm going to go ahead and list them off here. We have Titanfall at number 1, Infamous Second Son at number 2, South Park The Stick of Truth at number 3, Call of Duty Ghosts at number 4, Dark Souls 2 at number 5, Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes at number 6, NBA 2K14 at number 7, Final Fantasy X/10-2 HD Remaster at number 8, number 9 is the Lego Movie video game, and number 10 is Minecraft. So that's pretty good stuff all around. Titanfall selling big in North America, of course. Infamous selling big. South Park doing good. Call of Duty getting knocked down a couple notches, but you know, it's still Call of Duty, still selling. Dark Souls 2 doing really good for that type of game. Metal Gear, you know, I don't like to see Metal Gear up so high because I think it's a bit of a scam as far as what they did with that game, but hey, you know, whatever. NBA, you know, NBA is NBA. The NBA playoffs still started, so yeah, that's good, and that's pretty good for Final Fantasy 10/10-2 HD Remaster to get number 8 like that for you know, a port of an older game. So it's pretty good. Lego Movie game, you know, Lego, and Minecraft, outstanding legs on the Xbox 360. So pretty good. That was the we had four, basically 4 exclusive type games, you know, like with Final Fantasy and with Minecraft and with Infamous and Titanfall. So that's not bad all around. Usually exclusives are hard to come by in the, you know, in the NPD, just because, you know, all the they combine all of the different systems. So not bad at all, not bad at all. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on to the main topic here, and that is the PS4, hashtag 7 million sold. I've been seeing that, which actually needs to stop. If you're one of the people who are doing that, stop. I mean, it's a bit boastful, and it's pompous, and it's cocky to do stuff like that. Hashtag 7 million sold. That's dumb. I mean, you don't see people doing hashtag 43 million sold for the, you know, for the Nintendo 3DS, or you didn't see it with the Wii, hashtag, you know, 100 million or whatever, you know. So I think that's just dumb. People need to stop doing that, especially with Sony. They're going through such a hard time with their layoffs and stuff like that. I don't think anybody from the companies you know, that are getting laid off from like Guerrilla Games or from like the Evolution Studio, for all the different studios in Santa Monica, they're not hashtagging 7 million sold. So I mean, I think just guys need to chill out with that. I mean, you know, it's whatever. They're selling good, which is good. But here's the thing, guys. It's not surprising that the PS4 is actually doing as well as it is, because I'll say the same thing that I said on my my Playeressence Q&A, which is actually up on my PE Nintendo channel. I'll have a link to that in the description below, or on Playeressence.com. You can check it out there too. And it's easy. Out of all the systems, the PS4 is moderately priced, in between the Wii U and the Xbox One. It has no extra peripherals or any devices that people could perceive as gimmicky. You know, they took out the camera. They were supposed to have the camera. They took out the camera. You have the PS4, it's $400. You have PlayStation Plus. If you're going to pay for online play, at least you get a bunch of different games, and you get that on your PS3 and your PS Vita. You know, so you get value as far as what people perceive as value, because when you pay for online, you get all that stuff for it. You know, you get all those PS3 games and things like that. You have, you know, just features out the wazoo. You have the share button, you have the shareography, or whatever they're doing, the new thing that they're doing now, which is basically like a Miiverse screenshot taken on steroids, where you can change the angles and the color gradients and all of that stuff. So not only are they appealing to Nintendo fans with stuff like that, but they're also appealing to Xbox 360 fans and Microsoft fans with the online play, because the online play has gotten a significant bump or a boost, plus all of the Sony fans. So I mean, it's really easy to see why the PS4 is doing so well and why it's sold over 7 million units. And the one thing that I see on my website is people saying, oh, well, there's no games. That's false. that's absolutely false. How can you say that there's no games for the PS4? I don't believe that. Now, are there enough games for me to justify a purchase at the moment? No, not at the moment. But that doesn't mean that there's no games. You look at the features that it adds, you look at the party chat, you look at all the stuff that it can do, you look at Infamous Second Son, you look at games like Call of Duty Ghosts that continues to sell well, Lego Movie game, if people want to play it on the PS4 there, you have tons of games that are in the NPD top, you know, top 10 that are on PS4. I think Final Fantasy just came out. You have Killzone, Shadowfall. There's games to play, and there's multiplayer. There's Assassin's Creed, that's really popular. People like Assassin's Creed. You have Battlefield, that's popular. People like to play that game. So, and people like online multiplayer. And in North America, I mean, that's the thing. The game, but in Japan, the PS4 is not selling anywhere near as well because they don't have the type of games that they like. But here in North America, they have the games that people like. They have Assassin's Creed. They have Call of Duty. They have Battlefield. They have all that. So if you have those games, plus you have a moderately priced system that's in between the other two systems, the competition, and you have a ton of features, and you have probably one of the most, you know, comfortable controllers ever in the history of gaming. If it's not the most comfortable controller, it is not hard to see why the PS4 is doing so well. And Microsoft and Nintendo can take a thing or two. If you want to sell better, you need to provide an option to where people don't see something as gimmicky. I know don't kill me over this. I'm not saying that Nintendo and Microsoft should 100% kill the gamepad or take out the gamepad and take out the Kinect, but people are seeing the PS4 as the most non-gimmicky console. That's what I'm saying, and people are rushing out to go buy it because it's priced good, it gives you value, what they perceive as value, and the other systems are not doing as well as a job. So I mean, you have to give it up for what Sony's done. They basically solved the mistakes from Nintendo and Microsoft and just did the opposite. So, and it's not going to stop anytime soon, because Watch Dogs is going to be the best on PS4. Destiny is going to be the best on PS4. Those games are coming out, you know, spring/summertime. So it's going to just keep on going. And then you have The Order and you have Uncharted. So it's not going to stop anytime soon. And until Microsoft drops the Kinect and provides a bundle that's as compelling as Sony's, you know, you're not going to see them catch up. And plus the Xbox One's not going to do anything in Japan. And until Nintendo realizes that they need to release pretty much one first party game or one awesome like GameCube HD remake every single month, they need to provide content by themselves. They can't rely on third party. Until Nintendo realizes that, then they're not going to catch the sales either of the PS4. They're not going to sell as well either, because major third party developers are not on board with the Wii U, and Nintendo can't ride the hype train with features like Sony can, because Sony, they have a lot of features. Nintendo feels that party chat and direct link chat and all that stuff isn't important. Well, you're not going to get those sales from people who want direct link chat and party chat and achievements. If Nintendo wants to sell as much, they better add those things, because yes, hype and features can sell your system. PS4 is proof of that. Xbox One is proof of that. You know, Nintendo, if they only think it's just games, no, it has to be more. And that's what the PS4 is doing well. It's features plus games, because features and communication add a whole new layer of enjoyment to your games. I remember playing the Xbox 360. There were so many times where I was just grinding through RPGs, you know, like Lost Odyssey, and I would direct link chat with my buddy Andre just to help pass the time, or I direct link chat or with other friends, you know, that I had on there. And that's just, that to me, that made those games more enjoyable. It made the game playing on the Xbox 360 more enjoyable, and that's why I love the Xbox 360 so much, because I had direct link cross game chat. That's why I played the Xbox 360 more than any other system last generation, because it had cross-game chat. And that's why I bought multiplats on the Xbox 360, especially RPGs like Dark Souls or you know, games like that. I bought those on the Xbox 360 because of direct link chat, because of that. And that was free. You didn't even need Xbox Live for that. So Nintendo needs to realize that. Sony realized that, and that's why they're doing well. They have the features, and that's why you know, everybody's doing well, except for really, as far as console sales, Nintendo in North America, as far as NPD. But you know, we're going back to Sony selling 7 million. I kind of went off on a little tangent there, but I guess you guys wanted to know my opinion on that. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm happy for them. I'm planning on getting a PS4 soon, and you know, more power to Sony. Hopefully they can shore up some other things, because their business overall isn't doing that great. So hopefully they can shore up some other things. Hopefully they can turn the PS Vita around. But 7 million for PS4, great, fantastic, excited, more developer support, more stuff coming to Sony. So good news all around. Anyway, so that basically wraps it up for this episode. Sorry for the no video. I'm tired and didn't feel like getting in front of the camera. So yeah, so that basically wraps it up. Make sure you check out the description below. There you'll have all the links to all of the articles that I talked about. You can head over there, check them out, talk with the Playeressence community, blah blah blah, all of that good stuff. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're someone new. I do vidcasts like this all the time, so you're gonna get plenty of good content here on Playeressence Gaming. So that basically wraps it up for this episode. Make sure to check out playeressence.com, and we will see you guys for the next episode. Peace.